Hey, listen up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there pretending to cry. You on repeat, you can see, cause you have closed your eyes. You say you listen, but you're missing what it's all about. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. I've tried to help you, but you keep reading between the lines. There's nothing there for you to complicate, we're not aligned. You say you listen, but guessing that's just another sign of growing up. You're growing old, your life keep passing by. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. Now if you break it, I can take it, I don't need a prize. Leave out the fact that I am up against 1,000 guys. My intuition efficient, cause I can use my mind. Don't try to tell me how it's done, you haven't done your time. Rise up now. If you never fall, you don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah. don't change at all. Cry out now. Have you given up? I will never stop, yeah.
There's no shortcut, no cheat code. All you got is you and the grind. And the whole army of randoms trying to stop you. Trying to be better than you. Trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.
Howdy, partners. We're over here with some beautiful CSGO Counter-Strike. Sir Mickey joining me in the booth. How's it going, Mickey?
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. We're here, Failer. We're here. My name is Sir Mickey. I'm ready. I'm ready, man.
Oh, we've got some great matchups here again today. It's the Swedish League with a little bit of Dane sprinkled in there as well, because it's the Nordics. It's basically all the same, right?
Ooh, oh man, you just upset like 6 people, man. But
Minimal.
The first map of the day, we are gonna go. We're gonna head to Vertigo. Unfortunately, there's no chickens. That's like the worst part about it. That's basically it. If there's an option between Vertigo and Nuke, I'm gonna go Nuke every time just because there's chickens. But it's gonna be Prima Esports or Prima Esports. I'm probably gonna just a heads up. I'm gonna mispronounce some stuff, and I apologize. But it's Prima Esports going against Play Park Esports, and Prima Esports is actually right on they're the second in the Swedish league right now. They are the second seed at the moment. They're 3-0 on the leaderboard. So this is going to be an interesting one.
And Prima's doing really well. Play Park, they've played 4 and they have lost 2 of those, but one was against Lemon Dogs, who are seemingly demolishing everyone. And it was a pretty big demolishing against Play Park as well. 16-4. The ending score that was when they played. It's not really what you're looking for, but you've got time to regain yourself today.
Yeah, for sure. This is one of the, it's the start of the week. It's a new week, fresh, maybe not fresh slate, but it's a new chance, new mindset for these teams that didn't do so well last week or the week before. Come in, fix your problems, adjust, communicate, and we're gonna have a good time.
I think this is the first time we see Vertigo as well. It's basically been the same old maps the entire time. Mirage, I think we might have seen Nuke in there one time, but at least Overpass. What am I missing? Mirage, Overpass.
Inferno. We got Inferno once.
Inferno,
Goodfellas and Heyaus. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce things today.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's so good. It's so good. So a new map. Interesting to see the strategies on it and see what they come out with, how experienced they are with it as well.
Yeah, for sure. This is gonna be an interesting one. Vertigo, as a whole, is a very, I don't want to say confusing map, but yeah, right? You have like 9 different routes just to get to one site. You have that whole underpass area on top of the different tunnels and stuff that connect you from CT spawn to both sites. So there's a lot of different weird corners and close quarters combat possibilities here. So we're probably going to see a good amount of shotguns coming out here on Vertigo.
That wouldn't surprise me. Some close range action, but I do like that sprinkle into the mix. Some blows to the face from up close, some Novas or whatever. Probably not Nova, but maybe. But I think mainly it's going to be that A ramp that's going to be heavily utilized and heavily fought for.
Oh, for sure. A ramp is definitely one of those. You have that. I don't know what to call it. It's like a scaffolding thing with a yellow tarp on it. That, like they can sneak behind that and get just the sneakiest, most brilliant angles that they
called scaffolding as well. So seems to be the correct call, as the knife round was just unfolding as well. And the players who won that get to pick their side.
I'd say this map is kind of CT sided, right? I think if there's a general consensus is CT.
Oh yeah, I think not necessarily heavily, but it's decently in favor of CT because there are so many angles to behold. Like, let's say you're walking up to a ramp. There are so many angles you have to take into account where you're probably going to get gunned down.
Exactly. There's so many, I touched on it a little bit ago, there's so many crazy angles on this map. You can literally see if the boost straight in front of Wacken here, there's a boost on B site, I believe, that is the most OP boost in the game next to Logan here, actually. Beautiful one tap onto Wacken. That was gorgeous, but can Rally get the trade off? Shots being fired, trades coming through. Zubs picks one up. It's suddenly a 3 versus 4 situation here. This is scary.
Ooh, that's Yiddish down as well. Lucky. All of a sudden in a 1v3 scenario. It's going to be difficult, especially with all those angles that we were talking about. He's about to meet a player here. Spots out the legs and tries to hunt him down. Uses his own legs to do so. That's a great flash, but Lucky, he still struggles. In the end, he'll get a tap to the head.
Beautiful. And I think that was a team flash assist there too from Logan, unfortunately. But now it's looking a 1v2. He's got blue all around him. They're going to spot his haircut. Oh, a little bit off the top for Zubs, but Logan is there with a beautiful little trade. And just a heads up to the audience, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, just want to cover, we are aware that there are 2 Logans on Play Park Esports. We're working on a fix for that. It's okay. They are 2 different people. I just want to throw that out there.
Every single time we've seen Play Park, there have been 2 Logans. It just happens every single time. I don't know what's going on there, but they've got something to sort out. Maybe Logan is just that good that you want 2 of them.
Maybe, or maybe he's that bad that they need 2 of them. You know, it could be half skill on each guy. Oh man. Oh, 13 HP, 1 HP from Wacken. He's in a bad spot. Bjerg picks up 1 onto Heatish, leads it to a 2 versus 5. Bjerg basically in a 1 versus 1 around this box. Valley able to get out, or excuse me, Wacken able to get out of that position. Bjerg putting the pressure, exactly what the CTs need to do here. As time winds down, they have a solid 1:12 to play with. Prima's got to find a direction they need to go for.
It's going to be tough. Whichever direction they do turn to, they will be met with heavy resistance. But at the same time, this is not one of those rounds that you expect to win coming into it. You've bought some deagles, maybe you get some one-taps. It's one of those rounds where if you pop off, you grab it with you. If you don't, that's all right. You move on to the next one. No massive damage to your eco just yet. That's bomb. That's probably round.
Oh man, now it's Brillo. Or Brillo in a 1 versus 5. The shots come through with an MP9 from Viper. And that's 2 in a row for Play Park Esports. Money is now flowing for Play Park at this point. They're doing great on the economy.
Especially those kills with the MP9s. But now the bonus round coming in for them. Still 2 MP9s and a FAMAS. If they can sneak this round out from underneath Prima, they're in such a solid position. They're rocking all AKs.
Just been informed that Logan, player number 4, Logan, is actually Balos. So, that's, here we go. There we go. We can verbally fix that. That's fine. Just don't look at the names. Don't trust the side. Trust us. Okay. We're gonna guide you through this confusing, hectic thing that is a CS:GO match, and it's gonna be fun. Logan rips Brillo's head clean off.
No, that was Balos.
Was Ballo?
Well,
it was. See, you're
5 seconds after the fact, it's already going wrong. I mean, it's fair enough because there's nothing to indicate which Logan it is once we're actually on the player. So at that point, it's just guessing. Yeah,
it really is. Especially in the feed, it's going to be just as hard. It's okay though. We're here to have fun and make content, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And Prima starting off this round with a man down with 50 seconds on the clock isn't exactly how they wanted to pull through this round, especially with Heatish on that 33 HP. They still have a little bit of utility to use here. Viper is in a beautiful spot to do some detrimental damage if he plays it correctly. He's going to peek out, picks up Lookie, and the headshot on the Wacken with the help of Heatish, excuse me, comes down to a 2 versus 5.
Oof. This is terrible for them. The MP9 will get taken down, but it's only an MP9, so it's not that big of a loss in the entry into this round for Prima. Sure, there's this tiny one, and that gap just opened up wider. Zubs to put some cement in it. Rally still wants to open up this site. A 1v3 scenario, and it would be clutch if he pulls it off, but he decides to back down, play his life, and go for the next round, which honestly probably the smarter decision instead of trying to go for the hero play.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I just want to touch. I really, for half a second, I thought this man was just going to yeet off the map, but he surfed back into the corner. So, but I really thought he just gave up and just jumped off the map, but it's okay. We're here to have fun. The economy for Prima not doing too hot. That save from Rally is definitely going to help out, but all in all, he did survive that round. Whether or not he picked up a kill is besides the point because he's still broke, right? After doing not too much for the team, he's still very much on the welfare check side. So not doing too hot on money is Prima, but I think oh no, we didn't get Logan fixed. It's okay.
Yeah, and there was a slight disconnect there on the side of Play Park. So luckily they did manage to grab everybody back together in this match. But this is not looking good for Prima. Yes, they're on the T side, and it was a freebie round for Play Park though. And that's the main problem. They had MP9s, they had a FAMAS, and they still pulled through. They still pretty handedly dealt with Prima and their economy. It's not necessarily in the greatest position still, but it's working its way up there.
Yeah, and Play Park so far has done a phenomenal job at doing exactly what CTs need to do. They're not getting too aggressive. They're pressuring situations, but there's a difference between pressuring a situation and straight up getting aggressive and pushing. And these guys are pressuring and they're playing their angles and they're holding those angles. They're doing a phenomenal job at it. Specifically, Viper and Balo are doing a phenomenal job at holding those angles, taking out as many of them and doing as much damage to Prima as they possibly can.
Oh,
that looks
that looks off. That looks as if he fell off.
It looked like he just fell. That was awesome.
Well, there's nothing in the feed, so I guess we're going to continue. Logan sniping down too, and then finally Brillo does get revenge for his teammate, but the Tech-9s, they're trying to find an entry on site. The headshots line up for Bjerk, but he only snipes out one. Edish and Lucky. This is a clutch round for them. Lucky gets that headshot just before the smoke erupts, and they're just going for a simple plan.
Logan now on a 1 versus 2 retake. He's got a smoke 30 HP. He's got a defuse kit, so this isn't entirely impossible, but he's got to get the correct angles here. He's got to play this so smart because he's at a man disadvantage. Headshot onto Lucky, looking for a second onto Edish. The smoke is going to get initiated here. He's going to fake the defuse. I think that's going to, that causes Edish to push it. Logan playing it beautifully, has the angle, and is going to go ahead and get Play Park's 4th round on the board.
They're pushing in so carelessly as well, not even prepared to take a gun battle would he have to. He just jumped in there and immediately got shot down, not even directly with a good shot. It was just a very simple spray down. That could have been played better by Prima, especially because the smoke wasn't really on the bomb. There should have been an angle at which you could spot out that bomb and see what was happening with it. And that A ramp, that's going to be contested. Zubs is going to sit there at sandbags, just make sure that there's no way through, or they're going to have to molly him out.
Yeah, this is a scary situation. Both teams have a phenomenal amount of util. Both teams, I think this is the first time we're seeing both CTs and Ts alike have real weaponry, have full rifles across the board. Of course, including those 2 ops from Heish and Bjerk respectively. And Viper is actually going to find himself on the wrong end of that first blood, that initiative kill. That's going to be a huge peak, as is Bjerk going down. That's a big fragger. Viper and Bjerk both going down for Play Park here. Excuse me. Prima immediately has a 2-man advantage, and it looks like they're going to be perhaps headed towards the A site here. This is a weird one.
Slowly making their way there, but this is also a moment, right, where you don't want to throw this round away. You have put yourself in a massively favorable position, 3v5. You just want to wait this one out, but Logan, he's sneaking up. He's slowly gaining more ground, and he might be able to sneak up on all of them if they're able to hold off on A for a tad bit longer. I mean, he's been spotted out. Actually, no, Logan, he slipped through the cracks. This is going to be big. This could be massive. Zubs spraying through the smoke. That's going to be one down, Wyken. He's going to bite the bullet quickly. The defuse or the plant not stopped, and Logan, his position that was incredible, turned into not as great of a position as it used to be.
He dropped his gun, but he was... I don't really know what was going on there, but I think he recovered okay. Now it's 2 versus 2. Defuse gonna come out. Are they gonna be able to stick it though? Logan doing a good job of holding his buddy's angle, and it wins them the round. The defuse comes through the trades though. Brillo, last alive, gonna be able to save that op, and it's gonna make Play Park have their 5th on the board now, 5-0. Not a great way for the Tees to start this off, but again, this is a slightly counter-terrorist-sided map, so it's to be expected that Play Park is going to have a bit of an advantage, especially on this starting point.
Yes, but it was a 3v5. They should have been able to pull that through, and it was a bit fortunate that Logan there was able to slip through and get behind enemy lines. But realistically, that should have been a round bagged up easily for Prima, who now are in an awkward position yet again. On the side of Play Park, they're still coming out with a awkward ball.
Yeah, I agree. Prima definitely should have had that round just based on numbers alone, but unfortunately they didn't play those angles properly. I don't think they played their U-tilt to the best of their ability, and it came back to bite them right in the rear. And now round 6 is underway. Brillo getting aggressive towards mid here. A lot of U-tilt coming out right off the bat. Smokes and flashes alike. It looks like a full frontal towards B's site here.
Slowly making their way there. It's just a snipe, huh? I just need to see where there can be some ground, some territory advantages. Prima, they need this round. It's CT-sided, but you have to get at least something on the board here.
Yeah, something's better than anything. At least, Prima at this point has to at least try to ruin Play Park's economy, right? Even if you're not winning the rounds, at least getting those kills is going to help you out.
You're up close, with an ult, that's the ult down, and all of a sudden Viper falls shortly thereafter. That ult is going to be quickly shut through the crowd, and oh no, this MP4 or M4 rather, not taking out Wyken.
Playing whack-a-mole there. Zubs coming in running with the AK, able to take out Waken, and now it's 1-on-1 here. Zubs, beautiful tap fire onto Brillo, and that's going to be 6-0.
Another round that seemed to fall in favor. The balance of power was slowly being worked towards Prima. They were fighting for it. But after, in the end, it just simply was not enough. Play Park, they always seem to find an avenue back, the sneaky back alley to shut down Prima, winning the round.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're on round 7. We only have 6 more rounds to go in this half, right? So if Prima wants to get any kind of advantage here, they got to get at least 2 to 3 on the board before this half ends. Because if Play Park gets to double digits with 0 to no contesting from Prima, they're going to be in trouble in the second half.
Let's see what opportunities they can find, what strategies might just work for them. And this is what we've been talking about from the start, right? Whether Prima is actually going to be versed well in this map as well, and it seems to be the case that Play Park have got and the defense set up, but also the retakes seem very solid in favor of Play Park. But yet again, the first kill entry falls in favor of Prima.
Waken's holding this angle. He's waiting for somebody to peek scaffolding here, and that could be a crazy angle, but I don't think Play Park's going to fall for that just yet, as losing Burek is definitely going to hurt him right off the bat, but Logan has a beautiful, beautiful angle here.
Needs to get checked. If nobody checks this, that's going to be the end of the round. Logan, he's going to peek out already, and nobody does check it. Logan still only managed to take down one to the grave with him.
Trade comes through, though. That early pick is that trade was beautiful. I'm really glad that Prima was able to get that trade off, because again, that's going to leave them in an advantage, but they need to use that. Looking, gets a beautiful shot on the Viper, gets sprayed down mid-air. Rally ended it off with a 2-piece, and that is going to be Prima's first point on the board. They finally are going to use those numbers to the advantage and overwhelm the CTs, and it's going to let them go ahead and pick up a round.
That's a round for Prima. There they go. And we were talking about the economy, but they apparently did enough damage to shut down the economy of Play Park, who now are coming out with absolutely nothing. Some deagles and armor is what they've bought up with, and they're going to have to try and hold on to a full flood of force. But Viper, that's a great start. Gives Hedis a haircut.
Phenomenal headshot with the deagle. With a deagle that's gotta feel good, right? Not only does it look good, but you're like, ooh, okay, all right. Someone check him PC, please. Bjerk going absolutely ham on this Deagle usage right now. I don't really know what's happening. Waken's going to get up on his face. Beautiful shots onto Bjerk, and it's going to leave it to a 3 versus 4 now. Bomb still has yet to be planted here at B site, but it looks like a B site lockdown for Prima here.
Logan, yet again, on that sneak up. He's been pivotal on those. He should be able to sneak up again, but they do spot it in time, and he doesn't get away with the orb. Oh no. 2v3. Might just be able to snipe out this angle. Viper, turn around the corner, instantly gets that one, but that orb still sitting in the back of sight. That's going to be a nuisance to deal with. They have to get rid of it. Instead, it's Zubs who gets taken down. 1v2. Viper still full health, but one orb bullet that will do the job, and Prima find their second.
Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Look at this quick replay here. Those early shots from Bjerk really set the tone for the match, or for that round at least. But then suddenly, oh how the turntables, and Prima came out with the victory somehow. It was a 2 versus 1 to end it off, and it was honestly Brillo and Lucky, I believe it was, played it textbook, and it came out to their liking, 6-2.
Look at who we have. There's only one Logan.
Oh, there is. Balos.
Balos is back.
You said, look who we have, and I was like, what, Bjerk's with a Deagle again? Yeah, so I'm like, you better do some stuff, but yay, we got Balos. Shout out to our awesome production team for fixing that. Love you guys.
Bjerk did get a nutty shot in the last round, so might as well try it again. If your bank can take the hit, and they're going to try and hit A-side Prima, they want to tally on their third.
I'd also like to touch on the fact that Brillo's got a Mac 10. And if anyone here has viewed me casting games in the past, you'll know Mac 10 is my baby. Okay, it's phenomenal. Rally starting things off. First blood on the Logan. A 2-piece from Prima. Bomb looking for a plant ski here on A site. Baho's down to 4 HP. Viper down, or no, I was reading the wrong number. But he was low and he gets taken out anyways. 2 versus 5 on the retake here for Play Park. It's got to be surgical if they have any chance. Or do they just want to play it smart, try to get picks, try to get guns, and save them for the next round?
Yeah, they might play on that 8
again, that Mac 10. I'm telling you,
10.
man, Mac 10 slept on. I love it.
It's so much money into the bank as well.
You're going to taste the Mac 10 as well. 6-3 now. Prima's starting to come back. You're starting to get a feel for the game finally.
Brillo is popping off 8,200 money in the bank. And they let him run loose as well. They said to Brillo, look, lad, just go hunt them down. You just go get those kills, get that money for our team. It's a great decision because it's such a minimal investment for a great return. And Lucky, he's still quick with it. He just takes that Mac 10 all up in Balos' face. And Lucky, he doesn't want to stop.
But he drained Zubs of health down to almost 20 HP here. And Brillo actually picked up an op for this round. I don't know where it went, but he no longer has it. And Viper's gonna go ahead and pick him off the board, but the trade immediately comes through from Hedish. A minute, just over a minute on the clock. Prima still has bomb control. There we go. Plant on B site comes through. Waken turned at the worst time. I don't know what happened. Oh man, it's like a PowerPoint presentation right now. He gets taken out, and now it is not great for Prima, and it's 2 versus 2. They don't have the health to be dealing with this, but they have to pull something off here.
And they're getting pincered in as well, and that's going to be Hedish down. Oh no, Bjerk, okay. He made that a lot closer than it really should have been, but he takes him down, and that should be the defuse.
Bjerk, this man, you didn't need to do the patience there. He didn't need to do him like that. The trigger discipline. He came up. He saw Home Dog sitting on the railing, and he's like, no, I'm going to play this correctly, and sees the second guy's head, and it was just magnificent. And of course, Lucky opening up the round, getting almost a 2-piece with the Mac 10. Look at this. Bjerk, he spotted Hedish first, but he played the trigger discipline and was able to get that first kill on the rally, and then he was able to transfer over, and it was just played so brilliantly by Play Park as a whole, and that's going to allow them to make it 7-3 here on round 11.
the money they've been building up on the side of Prima, that's the thing. They are not necessarily in the greatest position, but the rounds that they have won, they've chained them together and they've won solidly. So they'll still have money to buy into this round. Brillo still sitting pretty at almost 10k. This is obviously going to take a pretty massive dent in there because he's yet to buy, but still he should have money to buy another round after this. So Prima, they're still in a decent position even if they lose. Oh, that's Edish.
Haha. Apologies, my mic is muted. Haha.
Oh. Well, we're beautiful up kills. Rally. It's getting a free plant here. Nobody is there to contest them, and they're going to have to try and go for a retake, or they might just back down. It seems like the latter, or they're all lining up together. Now the smoke going over the top, that does indicate that they want to at least give this one a try.
Yeah, but with a FAMAS, I'm not a huge fan of the chances. He just peeks out, beautiful headshot. The spray transfer comes through. 1 versus 3. Follow's got a beautiful angle. He's got no time to defuse, but can he pick up at least 1 or 2? He picks up 1. No, the trade comes through from Hedish. Beautiful 7-4 now. Prima fighting back once again.
Solid victory for Prima. Hardful. And there were plenty of victims at Play Park. Their economy is in shambles yet again. It's every single time they lose, they go down the gutter.
And all in all, this has been a very interesting game. Play Park took, they took those first 6 rounds, and they took an early lead. Very nice control coming out right off the bat, right? And that's what you want to see. And that's kind of what you expect on a 60-sided map. But Prima has been doing an excellent job of pulling it back. They haven't let the game fully go out of their control yet. A 3-round difference is not impossible to come back from. So I think there's definitely still a chance that Prima could pull through here, but they're gonna have to really put their boots on the ground. And Play Park needs to do the same here. They on pistol round, obviously not able to do much this round, but they didn't do what they can to capitalize for next round.
Well, this is Ballos falling, and Wyken, he's just going to continue his run into the hands of Bjerg, who is sitting around the corner. He does get spotted easily by Wyken this round. Not anything expected for Play Park, and I think they're going to come up empty either way.
Bomb's still up here, I believe, right? Okay. Trade's coming out. Logan, beautiful shots onto Hedish. 1 versus 3 now. He's alone and he's dangerous. Picks up another one onto Lookie. Makes it a 1 versus 2. Brillo's got the angle of a lifetime now on the rotate. He's gonna be able to pick off him, Logan, by the legs. 7-5 now. Prima putting their boots down, just like I told him to.
Prima are just getting back. The start was detrimental for them, but they've been grinding their way back into this and already have a very respectable half for Play Park. 3 more rounds, and they would like to have all of them into the bank. This A defense hasn't been holding up the strongest as they want to go through scaffolding again. Slowly pushing up, getting that ramp control, but Logan shuts down Wyken, and Lookie gets a return kill on Logan.
Bjerg again with these openings. Maybe not openings, but first 4 hits. I don't know what I was going with that, but it's okay. Bjerg's been pretty solid the whole game, Ballos as well, but he is going to fall nonetheless from the wallbang from Brillo down mid here. He's left at just under 40 HP. He's been a pretty good fragger for Prima so far. He's right up there with his teammates 9 and 7. which that's what you like to see. Lookie's pulling a little far ahead with those 14 kills, but all in all, Prima as a team, their kills are pretty similar. And it makes me think that the fragging is definitely, they're all pulling their weight. They're all working on it to get back in this game, which again, 7-5, not impossible. 40 on the clock for Play Park on the defensive. See how they manage. They cleared that corner. They finally cleared that corner.
When there was nobody there, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Viper.
No, you get killed from one of those corners. You check it every time. You never let it happen again.
Oh, yeah, Viper, he's not going to get away there. Rally hunts him down, and Brillo, that's an important battle to be winning, but Zub shuts them down and brings it back to a 2-on-2. They're going to go for a quick execute on that A site, where they will take care of Lucky. Rally now last man standing, just goes for the bomb plant, fakes it out. They both hunt him down, and they will gun him down to the ground.
Beautiful round from Play Park there. I mean, even though the numbers came down to just the two of them, but all in all, I think they played it pretty well. I believe that was Zubs and Ballas pretty well here.
Prima. And again, they still have money to buy, but with a Mac 10 and Viper, he still has that MP9 up close, takes down Rally, and might just be able to pick up that AK that he just dropped there, but don't think he's going to go for it. There is his teammate Close Ballos, who took a lot of health out of a pocket to win this battle, but he is waiting with that Mac 10 right outside. Oh, and he's going to get clapped. Wait. Viper?
Oh,
Viper.
What? Viper?
Viper?
What in the world? Okay. 9 HP from Lucky as he's somehow able to kill. I don't even know what happened there. That was a mess. But it was entertaining. That's all I know. Lucky and Brillo now last two standing for a minute on the clock. They have bombs, so there's that,
108 health behind them, but it has to be Brillo up front who needs to get the entry into sight. Look, he's so vulnerable. One tiny scathing bullet somewhere in his vicinity, and that's going to take him down. That will be him out for the count. And that's not the case just yet. They've got 30 seconds to try and play around with, 30 seconds to find an avenue and actually steamroll through it. They need to be quickly, but Brillo, he's now even lower than Lucky.
Oh, there we go. Now 9 HP and a dream, but unfortunately, CSGO doesn't run on hopes and dreams. It's going to be 9-5. This is, I believe this is the last round, right? Of the half? Or no?
Indeed, it is. The last round is coming up right now.
Yes. This next one. Oh, jeez. My brain today.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it's tough. Oh, they're going aggressive.
Oh.
Hello, that's everybody down. And Ballos, he's spraying left, right, and center. Manages to drop two, but a 3-on-2 scenario engaged.
Jeez, what an opening. Ballas and Viper were at just the right place at the right time. Both able to pick up frags early on. That's got to feel good. Meanwhile, 124 remaining HP for Prima here. Not in the best situation. Heatish has a Tech 9, so there's that.
You can get up close and personal with that. That's still going to be very effective, but they're going to push onto A site. Rally. Faking that bomb plan, and they're throwing all the util over the top to try and prevent it from happening. They think they've succeeded. Little do they know, they've just backed out.
It just did a loop-de-loop and pool.
Yeah.
That's good util usage, though, for the CTs, though. I gotta be honest. Just using that to prevent the bomb plant, buying themselves some time. Now, Rally, after the rotate, they're able to get not able to get the bomb down. The shots come through in the op from Bjerg, 10-5. I thought the bomb was at least going to go down there. Unfortunately, it did not. Look at this opening. Ballos and Viper just came around that corner at, probably the perfect time and just demolished 3 people. So that was... I want to say that won them the round. I don't want to jinx it, but I think that might have won them the round.
It was one of those things where Prima were not expecting that whatsoever. They went in there and thought they could push up relatively far. Instead, Play Park, they did a counter push. We're now on that T side. 10-5 is the scoreline in this pistol round. Thus, that much more impact, to have a dominating chance in the round following this. That will propel you a Play Park. They're pushing on, say, tapping Brillo down to the ground as Logan, he pushes on through with those Glocks up close and personal. The Gushers will be lethal.
Beautiful opening. Fortunately for Prima, though, only one goes down, so they still have a chance in terms of the numbers game. Looky, oh my goodness. Instant trade there from Logan. It's up a second, suddenly it's walking, and suddenly it's no one. Logan picking up, I believe, 3 there. 11-5 now. Great start for Play Park into the second half.
And Logan's just sitting there, crouched, tapping away with his Glock, having a grand old time. He was at a fair in a shooting tent.
Ooh, I like that Deagle. It's a nice skin from Brillo. Gotta love those. CSGO has some crazy skins. This game is absolutely beautiful when it comes to guns, at least. Gotta love it.
That's a very colorful skin. Looking cute.
Looking cute.
Those are always the most lethal things.
The cute ones?
Yeah, because you start trusting them, right? You're like, oh, wow, that's cute. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're slapped in the face.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. I mean, Kirby, Pokemon.
What?
No,
He's not in the flames?
How is Brillo not a crispy Brillo right now?
He's wrapped himself in a heat-resistant blanket.
Dude's got foil just all over him. Or no, that would make it worse, right? Foil? I don't know.
I've
Heatish.
You usually put foil when you put things in the oven, right? Like a baked potato.
Yeah, it like makes it cook faster, right? Or is it like even? What does foil do in the oven?
I feel like it nicely compacts the heat in there. Oh, but they're going to push
Maybe,
right on
yeah.
into Bjork. That's Bjork down. Bolos, he needs to be careful. It's a 3-on-4 with Rally. He's tapping some heads, makes everybody blow his own brains out. I mean, he will do the job for them, rather. 3-on-3. Play Park still in favorable position with 2 Galils.
Oh!
One Galil.
Running a headshot from Brillo. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. 2 versus 3 now is Bomb. Just barely enough time for Logan to get it down. Now it's a 3-man retake.
They all come from the same side. And the entirety of Play Park is relating near the stairs. And they're pushing through. That Galil from Brillo needs to do some work. They do know where that is because he was spraying through the smoke. But this is a precarious position that they're confining themselves in. Logan taps ahead there, but he just gets rid of 1 subs. That's a good shot, but the diffuse still happening, and it's Play Park. What? Huh? Did he kill? Wait, what?
What?
I thought Brillo.
I am
did not-
confusion.
Huh?
Is there a replay on
Am I
that? I mean, that was...
Am I stupid?
No, I'm confused as well.
I did
I
not
don't
see
know.
Brillo die.
That was really weird, but suddenly 12-5 for Play Park Esports. Some would say dominating here on Vertigo. Kind of. You know, kind of. It's like an 8-point difference. I think. I don't know how to count. 7, right? So, yeah. Yeah, 7-round difference for Play Park Esports. So, arguably dominating, but either way, doing a phenomenal job on both CT and attack. I don't believe they've lost a round on the attack yet. Bjork opening things up with a beautiful 3-piece for that AK. Oh my goodness, put it down. It's going to burn your fingers. A minute 15 on the clock. Prima suddenly with 2 men left standing versus all 5 of Play Park still, all rifled up, full health. This is going to be very difficult for Prima to achieve. Ballos going to go ahead and seal their fate. Suddenly a 1-on-5. Brillo's got a Deagle and a Dream.
Massive dream. It's a pipe dream that should not come through the Play Park. This is exactly why that pistol round was so crucial. They won it relatively handily, but that doesn't matter with how much they won it by. They won it. They got the full up around as well. They denied the counter eco, or the anti-eco by Prima, and now Prima are facing down the wrath of Play Park, who are onto 13 rounds. Prima, they're going to have to chain together so many in a row that it's, I don't want to say impossible, absolutely not impossible, but it will be very tough. They need to have such a solid stand. They need to build a sturdy wall.
Yeah, for sure. This is it's like you said, it's not impossible, but they are gonna have to really buckle down here and fix whatever problems, whatever issues they've been having. And Brillo gonna go ahead and say, okay, we hear you, Mickey. Go ahead. All right, takes out ball to start off, but is there gonna be a capitalization? That's the question. You can't just have just that one to start off. You gotta get a couple at least off the board, or else you're still kind of, there's really no man deficit here.
You can't capitulate here. Prima
Oh,
needs to hold strong. Lucky taking down Bjork, the man who still has burnt fingertips from the previous round. Logan taken to the cleaners, and that should be around for Prima very handedly. Only 1 damage taken on the side of Brillo. Fair enough. Probably some like flash or whatever that knocks against his noggin.
something. A soup can, probably.
Yeah, there are a few of those around where if they fall on your head, that could do some nasty damage. Tumbling down the stairs.
There's a lot of paint cans in this game too. Have you ever noticed that? Just chilling on like Mirage and Dust. They're just on the side. You can nade them and everything.
Oh yeah. No, it's a beautiful thing. The eye to detail with this. Oh, Rally, that's an eye to detail as well. Notice that Molly is over the top. He goes over to his teammates and he directly smokes his teammate off.
Oh my goodness! I really hope we can get a replay of just that. That was amazing. It's okay if we can't, but that was crazy. I couldn't even comprehend who it was, but that was absolutely incredible. One of them got incendiary to the toes, and his teammate said, "I got you." Immediately throws a smoke down without even. I don't think there was any communication there. I think they just kind of did it. That shows that Prima does have the game sense to pull this off.
Screw stop, drop, and roll, and just go with have your teammate extinguish the fire for you about a millisecond after you've been lit on fire.
Exactly. Viper's down to 11 HP off that initial engagement, so it's gonna leave him a little bit nervous. He's been pretty phenomenal really all of Play Park. They're all doing great. Logan is 17-11, Balos 18 and 15. I mean, this is brilliant right now for the fragging side of Play Park, but Logan gonna get decimated through that smoke by Heish, and now it's 4 versus 4.
It's the Viper still alive with low health. We've still got a minute to find out where they want to go, but Bjork falling to Heish as well. Heish, he's just taking them all to through the lawnmower, and they're not coming out alive. They're going to get ripped to shreds. All that A's ramp pressure. There he goes. Takes down the AWP as well. He doesn't care. He doesn't care whether it's an AWP, whether it's an AK, whether it's whatever you bring at him. He'll take you down.
Brilliant shots from Heish. Heish and Loki have been pretty on point with their shots for Prima the whole game, and now it's going to leave Zubs, or I think he's going to leave Viper, and 11 HP. He's got to fight for his life here. I think he's just going to go ahead and save the op. I think that's the best course of action. Go ahead and give Prima another round. We're stacked. We have an okay amount of, our money's not amazing, but, we got rounds, and that's what counts. Play Park's only 3 away from a victory here, so losing one more round isn't exactly going to kill them, but they are going to have to make up for this in the next round.
They do have a hero warp that they could utilize, that they could put in some nifty position to try and force something out of Prima, especially that A ramp that was just dominated by Heish. That can't happen. If you have that up, you need to neutralize that threat as soon as possible, and that's an avenue they just might take.
Yeah, no, I agree. That op it's detrimental. It's literally a one-shot kill. It's a dangerous thing to have in the game. I feel like obviously at this point in the competitive scene, I shouldn't have to. If you didn't know, the op is also called the boomstick. For obvious reasons, it's very dangerous for anyone to have that up. So that's got to be a concern for Prima. The fact that Play Park was able to save that boomstick.
The magic stick as well. That's one of the definitions of magic stick. But Viper, he's going to try and do a trick here and tries to get some feet involved. There's no feet near this magic stick.
Almost ripped off the cankles of, I think that was Lookie. But Lookie's got an op of his own, so I'm interested to see how this pans out here. Well, I was right to be interested. Gotta love that opening from Lookie. That's Viper down and the op, but Bjerk is there to recover it. Because without that gun, they're at a huge disadvantage, op versus pistols. But Brillo able to take out Balos. Numbers dwindling here for Play Park with just under a minute on the clock. Lookie gonna go ahead and make it more so. Bjerk gets a quick trade onto Heatish, leaving it to a 2 versus 4 situation here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they play a bit conservative with this AWP, see how much damage they can do with this. This round, probably out of hand, more likely than not. Only if Prima start pushing ridiculously, which I doubt they are going to do. If they start getting complacent in this scenario and really want to focus on taking that up down, that's the way you're going to allow Play Park to get onto a site, get a plant, and defend it with the AWP. So Prima, it's fine if they save the AWP. Obviously, ideally, they don't. But that's worth, obviously, getting around is obviously worth more than trying to get that up out of the hand.
Zubs is making me nervous here. Just barely damaged walk in here, but gonna get taken out nonetheless. 16 HP from Bjerk. It's gonna be yet another op save here.
This time it can actually be surrounded by some AKs, though. That's going to be the big difference into this round.
Yeah.
Not full AKs. Viper still low on money in Play Park. They're slowly losing rounds, slowly losing grip of this game.
Viper's going Deagle. I don't blame him.
Mini AWP.
Viper and Bjerk have been able to hit their shots, and I think he's able to make this work. He just dinks somebody in the brain, picks up their gun. There you go. Problem solved.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can recover from it. But it's not really been the smoothest right here for Play Park. They are pushing through scaffolding. Heatish is waiting there. Whether Lucky is going to be somewhere with the AWP, he is indeed sitting at sandbag. Balos, he now knows where the opponent is, but that smoke, he's right over the top. Heatish spots him out. Balos, he sees that way too late.
Quickness of Lookie. Bjerk might have an angle here on Lookie, and Lookie might have an angle here on Bjerk. It's all about timing. The smoke comes out. Neither has a shot on either. The ankles are spotted. It comes through. Lookie goes down, and that's an op down as well for Prima. Are they able to recover it, though? 3 versus 4, 50 on the clock. Zubs is in trouble mid, drop down to 28 HP. Scary altercation. Zubs does go down 2 versus 4 now.
Bjerk slowly making his way onto site, just not scoping in, not doing anything. He will be allowed to go incredibly far. He might be able to sneak behind enemy lines and stab some people in the back here. Julius Caesar, Wei Wykin spots that way too late. Play Park, they might just have a way into this round if Bjerk can come up massive, but at the same time, it is an AWP, so you're only going to be able to take one. Viper walks right into the mouth of the beast, and he just stakes him out.
Bjerk!
Okay.
Oh my goodness, the timing there, the placement of himself. Positioning is what I meant to say there. Beautiful, takes out Walken. Now he's got potential angle on Raleigh. Beautiful shot. Lays it down. 2 versus 1 now. Bjerk's got 17 kills, and he has to save the op here. But, I mean, they're not doing too awful on, I mean, actually, no, I take that back. I was going to say Play Park isn't doing that great. It's not doing that bad on economy, but it's going to be another, looks like util buy, but not full. They're going to go ahead and save the next round.
At this point, that AWP has become a family heirloom, staying in the family forever at this point. That's 3 rounds in a row where they've saved it, and it's value. You do get value, but ultimately, you actually want to get a round win off of the back of it. But this game, or this round in specific, that's not going to be in their favor from the get-go. Balos, he is holding on to his life. Heatish spots him out, but doesn't want to give away his position. Heatish, he knows he's in a tough position, and he needs to be careful, and he waits it out. That's Bjerk, that's the up down, and that should be the round in favor of Prima yet again. And finally, Play Park lose that up.
Again, Prima doing a phenomenal job of pressuring the situation and just picking them off one by one, and it was brilliant. Now it's just Viper all by his lonesome here at Ace site. Doesn't have bomb, but he's got a dream. And unfortunately, dreams don't do damage. Why do I keep thinking people jump off the map, dude? Every time. Every time.
They're sick
I'm
and
like, oh, he's
tired
dead.
of this. They don't want to live anymore.
I don't blame him. It's a Vertigo, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Vertigo.
Prima, they've come alive after the fact,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, they really have. Looky. I mean, he's 22 and 18. Ignore the 18, 22 kills, and the majority of those have been either with a deal or an op. So, I mean, the man's definitely got what it takes to help his team go through this. And to say the least, Prima's weakest link at this point is Walken, and he's not doing too bad either way. He might not be up there with the kills. He's 11 and 16, but all in all, his util usage and his overall just him being there has been very useful for Prima. So this is again not impossible, especially now that it's just a 3-round difference. Prima's got a real chance here.
They've been chaining rounds together. And Play Park, if they did not get that pistol round, this whole look would have been so different. It would have actually been Prima in the lead already. So it's an interesting game view right now. Or Prima, they're playing phenomenally on this CT side, chaining rounds together. And even if they lose this one, they've got plenty of money to buy yet another time at Play Park. This is crucial. That's a flash over the top. Brillo sees all 5, and that's going to be the rotation coming through.
The damage is done to Bjork, and the man goes down for Prima. Riley got to smoke himself out. Walking to Viper through the flames. Oh, man. Body's being dropped left and right. The kill feed is just rainbow. 2 versus 3 now. This is scary for Play Park suddenly. Not great on health. He just got an angle. No, Balo spots his ankles and going to make him pay. Now it's Lucky with an op and Dream in a 1 versus 3 situation. Play Park with a combined 162 HP. They've got the numbers and they've got the utility, but Lucky doesn't care about that. He's going to take out Bjork. 2 versus 1. He's got one to his right. He's got to check his corners. It comes through. No! The no-scope whiffs, and Balo's going to go ahead and finally get Play Park's 14th round on the board.
I'm by no means an expert, but Prima having the ability to buy, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily promote him going in with the up there. Yes, they still have enough money, but Prima, they still need to chain rounds together, and their victories might not come as easy to them anymore as they were easy earlier. So Prima still really needs to be careful with their economy. Heatish, yet again, sitting on the other side of that smoke. Bjork gonna peek into the crosshair, potentially Heatish on this other side of the scaffolding, on that yellow side, and he does take down Bjork. Lucky, they're all looking away from him, and he gets down everybody. That's 2 onto the tally for Lucky. Wait. Subs?
I don't even know. I don't even know anymore, man.
That's massive for them. It's impossible for Play Park.
It's possible for either. That's the thing. We're at the point where it's getting so close in the game, the economies are getting similar as well. So buys are coming through and they're able to counter each other. And Viper, beautiful shot on the Brelo. It's gonna bring it to a 1 versus 2. Bomb now planted here on AA site. Raleigh on the retake, and once again, Play Park phenomenal on that post plant defense. 15 to 10 now.
That was, look at this, yet again, Lucky taking down 2. It was a 5v3. Zubs just takes down 3 into the grave, and then they rotate onto A side. That's a phenomenal round for Play Park, and that puts them onto match point 1 more. Prima, they still have the money to buy, but this has to be 5 rounds in a row for them to force overtime.
Yeah, we're at match point. That's it. Like you said, 5 rounds is what Prima needs and nothing less. So they really got to fire on all cylinders starting right now. They lose this one, it's over.
Prima, they've been able to chain those rounds together before, and Lucky, he's had a massive say in those. Viper, he was there waiting and still catches a bullet to the body.
A big old bullet. Heatish does the same to Bjork. Walken's in a great position. Just got to look to your left, bud. Balos is popping out of smoke. He's able to pick up Zubs. Balos is going to see the booty of Walken and takes the head off of Lucky. 2 versus 3 now. This is getting a little bit scary here for Play Park. They're able to get the refrags, but all in all, it is a numbers advantage for Prima.
2v3, not impossible. And Lucky taken out. I think that's the biggest part. As soon as you take down Lucky, that means any round is possible. At that point, this is going to be an important altercation. Logan, the one to take it down, and Hidish quickly thereafter to get the return kill on Logan. Balos, 30 seconds, and he's just going to have to stampede on in.
Oh, man. He's got to get aggressive here. 20 seconds. He's either got to kill them both or somehow grab bomb and turn into Barry Allen and get back on site, but there's no time for him to do either. Edish gonna go ahead and take him out. Prima one step closer to pulling us into overtime here, and this is quite literally do or die for Play Park.
They do have that overtime. Need it be the case, but it adds that extra nerve. As soon as you... It will feel like a giveaway as soon as you lose 5 rounds in a row, and earlier in this half as well, where you could have been closing it out already. The buys from Prima, this is where they're going to start struggling. This is where going in with that up will start hurting their economy. Balos finding the first kill on Hidish. That's a big entry. The return kill with the MP9 found them.
Yeah, Hidish going down. That's a big fragger. He's got 23 on his belt. I mean, that's a huge dent in the armor of Prima. But Raleigh's got a beautiful angle here down mid. If the timing comes through for him, this could be absolutely perfect. Brilo, the same good defensive position on A site. Raleigh gonna get peeked here, does a little bit of damage, gonna have to back off. And that's gonna send Play Park into a quick rotate / full-on retreat here.
Really making matters worse, but that Viper at least getting the return. That Deagle trying to find his way to more head stops is the one to reinforce his team. That's 2 for the price of 1 now, and all of a sudden a 3v2. But still those Deagles to play with. Play Park, they have the manpower advantage, but not the gunpower.
Or the health. Their health is not in the best position. Obviously Viper and Zubs are okay on health, but Bjerk's down to 20, and suddenly Viper's out of play. 2 versus 2 now. Looky. Okay, Bjerk, excuse me, takes out Walken. 1 versus 2 now here for Looky. Again, man advantage to Play Park, but it's all about the gunplay here. Now Play Park again able to recover 2 AKs. Bomb is planted. Looky coming around this corner. Oh, man. He knows to check that. He knows to check that. No, he didn't check it on the way, though. No, not like this. Or Looky not taking the time he needs to check all the way through. Gonna get taken out. That's gonna be Play Park Esports taking the first map. Oh my goodness gracious.
You do expect more out of Looky as well, because he's come up so big. Time and time again, he's been massive. But unfortunately, in that last instance, the 1v2, unfortunately not pulled through. Still a decent result, but obviously not what they were looking for on the side of Prima.
Yeah, I just want to touch real quick. I think Looky got 30 kills in that game. Last time I saw it was at 26, and I didn't check on that last round. But, I mean, either way, that is... man was out here fragging and, without a doubt, leading his team. You know, he wasn't completely carrying, and that's a good thing. I forget who, but someone was right there next to him. 4 kill difference, I believe. But all in all, that was such a phenomenal game. 16 to 13, right? I believe it was 16-13. Nonetheless, Play Park going to take the first map of the day here on Vertigo. Without further ado, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break as we set up for map number 2. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere. We have plenty more CSGO action ready and waiting for you. See you in a bit.
There's no shortcut, no cheat code. All you got is you and the grind. And the whole army of randoms trying to stop you. Trying to be better than you. Trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.
After that beautiful map of Vertigo, without chickens, unfortunately, we are back with a map that does potentially have some chickens. We have got Overpass up next, Mickey. Wow.
Got it. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Boo.
I swear I've done this before, man. The chat knows I do this all the time. I always forget to unmute my mic, but it's okay. We're here, like you said. We're on Overpass. I haven't seen Overpass in a good amount of time, and I actually love watching Overpass. I don't know why. It's just a great map. But we are gonna have Lil Mix and Extas Esports coming up here. As far as who's going to be on what side, I'm not sure quite yet, but we're going to be rolling in here any minute. But all in all, Hyperia, are you expecting anything specific from Lil Mix? You might not know this, but I'm part of the Lil fam. I'm a pretty big fan of Lil Mix. So, any predictions for us?
Well, I mean, that's unfair. They're currently 2 and 3 in standings, and I don't know. I feel like Overpass is a map that's like a fine wine. It really needs to. It's an acquired taste that you need to get used to first. So, oftentimes that we have seen Overpass in this Swedish league it has been a very slow start for one of the teams, and the rest has just been the team that had a bad start fighting to try and come back into it.
Yeah, and honestly, that's the best content. when the underdog starts to fight back, that streak of them just playing themselves to death is just it's great to see. It's phenomenal. It really puts together how much heart these guys have in this game. So I love watching that stuff.
Certainly. And well, Lil Mix, they are 2 and 3, or not 2 and 3. They've got 2 wins out of the 3 matches that they have played.
Oh, 2 and 1. 2 and 1.
Yeah, 2 and 1. Yeah, so yeah,
you said 2 and 3. I was like, that don't sound right.
Yeah,
that's
no,
upsetting, but no.
Yeah, no. Yeah. They are still positive. And Extas, that's a different story. They're 2 and 2, but they have got a win against Adiv, who I think have already taken all their losses.
That's unfortunate. That's
yeah.
Looking at my notes, you're right. That is kind of unfortunate. But Extas does have a chance here on Overpass. They could, get a positive rating. They could end up going 3 and 2. They're, like you said, they're 2 and 2. So if they win this one, but if they lose it, then sorry guys. But again, Overpass is one of those maps. What would you rate? CT or T side?
CT. Yeah,
I've come to the same consensus. It is a phenomenally it is phenomenally versatile. All in all, it's great. The connector issues, the bathroom, Toulon. I love the map overall, but it does seem to favor CTs because you literally spawn on a site as a counter terrorist, so you're already set up perfectly. Walk 6 feet, point down long, you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
But all in all, it's a very interesting map, and I love seeing it in action. So I can't wait for that.
If I could, I'd give it like 8.5 rounds for CT. Somewhere bungling between 8 to 7, 9 to 6 would be a decent half to get for either CT or T. That'd be very fair. So obviously, whoever gets to start on whatever side, they want to shoot above that.
Yeah. This is again, this is one of those maps where if like Vertigo, there's a lot of weird angles. Obviously, it's not as close quarters, but overall, there's a lot of weird angles that line up for no apparent reason. So you have to be checking every single corner. That spot and connector on stairs is a little nook and cranny about yay wide that you can just barely fit in. That is a detrimental corner. I've seen aces from that position because the first and second guy didn't check that corner.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. I mean, you got to check your corners on this map. But overall, it's definitely going to be a fun one, just because overpass in general. And then don't even get me started on B site, the Heaven peek over. I love it. Love seeing op shots from that angle. I don't know why. I think it's because of Wingman. But I love watching an op in use on B site. It's so nice. It's so nice.
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna bring up B site in the quick rotation that you can get in, going from A quickly over to B to reinforce and not really give the T side time to set a win after they've taken the side. They might have taken down the resistance that was on B, but they have another wave coming quickly thereafter. They've defeated that first boss, and the boss music started playing again. There's no time to regroup. You're just gonna have to purely play an instinct, which is why B can be a very tough site to take. But if you do get it, if you do settle win nicely, it's almost impossible to get it back.
Yeah, it's set up. It's arguably one of the most open maps in the game, or one of the most open sites in the game. Provided there is a good amount of cover on B site behind pillars, sandbags, Heaven, even towards connector. There's plenty of good cover spots. But if you're in the middle of a retake and you're moving and they have angles on you, it's like you said, it's virtually impossible to retake that site, let alone take it. So like you said, if you are able to take it, you got to be able to keep it. And fortunately, it's pretty nice on the post plant positioning on the defensive side of B site. A site, on the other hand, it's arguably just as open, but there's a lot more angles coming at you. You have two from the opposite side from where the CT spawn, and then you have long and bathrooms area. So that's 4 whole angles that you have to cover. And if you're by yourself trying to do that, it could be virtually impossible. It's just another task that is like, why do I have to do this? And so this map is definitely going to be interesting just based on angles and corners and peekable spots in general. So I can't wait to get into it.
And there's massive variety as well. It's not only the defense who can easily sit back, but they can also play aggressive, pushing up to long and getting a quick peek into that playground area and defend that position, instead of playing it up close and keeping the entirety of long, that entire stretch of land, keeping that clear of T's. Just make sure that you possess it yourself, that you utilize that, and actually also catch them off guard. There's plenty of opportunities to make it uncomfortable for your opponent where you're in a gnarly position.
Yeah, for sure. Long is definitely one of those. Excuse me. Go ahead and talk for me real quick.
We're coming up with the London round, aka the knife round. Dark alley, beautiful fountain somewhere as well. Have you recovered yet? Are you not choking anymore?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry. Whew. Oh man, I needed water on that one. Suddenly, HNS not in a good situation here. My man starting off the knife round a little bit not amazingly, but it is going to be Exits taking that round. Taking the knife round, at least they're going to go ahead and switch on over to, are they going to keep, wait, yeah, no, yeah, they're going to keep on CT. They're going to, right? Or did we just switch? I'm confused.
Unless...
Did they choose? I'm so confused. My brain
let's just wait for a little bit for the HUD to settle in, and we gotta give that some time to adjust as well, to realize what's going on the map, and at that point, I think Extras, they're on CT side. Lil Mix, T.
No, Xella got a beautiful angle, but does a good amount of damage, but gets taken out pretty quick. Oh man, overwhelmingly blue on B site, but or overwhelmingly red on B site, excuse me. Now it's suddenly 3 versus 2. This is gonna be a hard retake for Exodus here.
B is still alive. He's still got 8 health to play with. That's a 4v2.
Oh, it is. Oh, he is alive. Oh my goodness. I mean,
Barely
my
though.
bad.
He's scraping by. He's not in a good position. He's on the breathing machine as Emil
Yeah.
tries to push
someone
up. That's
sneezes
gonna be
on him.
important. Oh, that's a good one, but not in the follow up. That's Lil Mix winning the first round.
Not a great start here for Extas. Phenomenal for Lil Mix. It was a bit of a rough hold, but they got the job done nonetheless. And we're going to see immediately an AK and 2 Galils coming out for Lil Mix. They're feeling good about that first round. Going to go ahead and risk it for the biscuit. And if this pans out, they're going to be swimming in the dollar sign in the next round.
Extas. They're trying to steal this round away from them, though. Those Deagles, they're not going to do any damage. Exeter quickly catches a whole disarray of bullets to the body. And Lil Mix find the first one, Bob. He still wants to go through, actually decides against it, decides that maybe it's not the best idea to ruin a favorable round by just jumping through a smoke.
Oh man, this is a tough one so far. Lil Mix is having a hard time getting on site, but the picks are going to come through nonetheless. Pulver suddenly alone, and unfortunately not able to do much about it. The kills are going to come through for Lil Mix, and that's going to be a quick B site take. 2 rounds in a row here for Lil Mix. And again, like I said, they're going to be swimming in that money. That forced buying ended up panning out perfectly for them, and they're going to go ahead and catch themselves a nice little win bonus off that one. Plus the plant comes through, so that's got to feel good for Lil Mix.
I mean, it's one of those rounds that it's always going to sting if you give it away. It's probably got a stank to it as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably a little stinky. Little stinky situation. Little poo stinky. Yuck.
Yuck!
Yuck! Meanwhile, half the CTs are sitting in yuck. That's what it looks like. Looks like a sewer. Yuck.
Yeah, they don't care. I mean, to be fair, it's to save the world, apparently. To prevent a bomb from going off, so... I'd probably walk through a sewer if that means I prevent a bomb going off.
I wouldn't. We respawn. I wouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, wait. That's A site entirely clear. They've just taken this unscathed. Emil?
Yep. CT decided to stack B site with all their pistols. Oh, what? The Sada picks off the meal. In probably the best way possible. Suddenly, 2 men down for Extas. Posture digging out of 7 HP. The nade comes through. The Kobe from Exela. Pulver gets a nice little dink there on the Sada. Aside from that, not much has been done to prevent Lil Mix from planting bomb on A, which is exactly what they do. Pulver finally finds the Sada. Refrags coming through from HNS, picks up 2, gonna find himself find Pulver in a 1 versus 3 situation. 2 HP with a MAC-10 and a Dream. If there's any gun in this situation that's gonna be able to help him out, it's that MAC-10. Spray, my buddy, spray! No, Pulver gonna get his head blown off by HNS. It's gonna be 3 rounds in a row for Lil Mix.
Well, that's still a round where they have no real reason to push. It's all US piece on the side of Extas. They've stacked B, so you can assume that they've not really geared up properly, because, well, why would you stack everyone on B when you have proper guns, the proper defense? So it's a bit of a odd decision. Musmuffsy going quickly with the orb, flash directly, and he's going to back down and relinquish that position.
I think for Extas, that round was mainly like, okay, we can't buy, let's just all get this round over with so that we can buy next round. Posture digging a good spot, but unfortunately there's no blues to be found. Fortunately, actually, there's no blues to be found, but there is Edgy, I believe. Or Edge, excuse me. Yeah, Edge he's got a good angle here. I think he's got a buddy with him too. They have a good possibility to take over bathrooms here, but it's going to be a 2-man takedown long from Lil Mix, getting kind of aggressive. But Emil's got the angle, and they're ready for virtually anything. 50 on the clock. Lil Mix is going to have to make a decision on where they want to push here.
Bobek. He's slowly pushing up. They still have ample time to play with. They are going to have to make a decision at some point. Extras. This round is important for them. Lumix already getting 3 in a row. Lumix getting shut out quite heavily. They're going to have to pull the trigger. HNS gets Excellent to pull the trigger on him. Bullback now. This is the pull through. The Lumix, they're pushing onto A side. They're trading left, right, and center, but there's still one residing on that A side. Can they take him down? And Passer who takes it, and the Passer who takes the second one as well. Exla coming in from behind, but way too late, and the plant should already be happening.
He's able to take out Beck, though. Now it's come down to a 1 versus 2. He's not in the best situation. He's got health and a rifle, so he does have that going for him. But all in all, he's definitely at a disadvantage when it comes to numbers. The angle might come through here for Desada with that op. You have to play it beautifully. The spray comes through down to 8 HP here for Desada. This is possible, but he's got to play it quick. Oh!
Yeah. He didn't check. Passer. Easy tap to the brain.
Gotta check your corners, man. Did Captain Price teach you nothing?
Captain Price?
Yeah. Modern Warfare?
Oh, yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Check your corners!
I'm only up to date with the more recent one, Bravo 6 going dark.
Bravo 6 going dark. It's one of my favorite lines.
That will do that again.
Bravo 6 going dark.
You're a voice actor, mate.
I am a little bit. I mean, yeah, it's hard to find work. Quarantine brought out all the voice actors and casters, so it's hard. Oh man, Bowback,
yeah.
Beautiful shot on the pulver. Man, disadvantage here for Extas, and Lumix is making it count. And this is just pistols though for the majority of Extas here. Lumix doesn't care though. They are putting them to sleep. Smuffs goes down as well. It's Edge, a 1 versus 5 with a Deagle and a Dream. Hopefully he can get some kind of damage in here. But yeah, I am a voice actor on the side every now and then.
Yeah, that was a very nice one. Lumix, they're putting them to sleep, and there's no blanket or anything. That's a good shot by A. Extras, 0-5 currently. They do have plenty of money to buy enough lost round bonus. I'm a voice actor as well, as you hear. Fluent sentences and that.
Oh, you gotta love it. Oh, man. I love it.
Hold on, let me try. Bravo 6, going dark.
Oh, man. I need some Kappas in chat, please. Oh, man. Edge had the angle, but Smuffs is covering his teammate beautifully. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his name wrong. Is it Smuffsy?
I feel like it's Smuffsy. Smuffs?
It's Smuffsy. Smuffsy, says the... Guys, I'm not kidding. My American self is so bad at pronouncing these European names that they had to make a pronunciation sheet for me.
Scandinavian
so I had
names.
I had to cheat. Yeah, sorry. I had to use a cheat sheet, man.
It's all different gravy, those Scandinavians. They're rich, both in their pronunciation and also just literal senses.
Yeah. Yeah, as you can see.
Should be around.
Agent has 10 HP in a 1-on-4 with an op, not able to save that. Was that an op? Yeah, it was an op, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Last second, I was like,
gun.
no, it was a scam.
It was a
like, no.
Deagle on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah. The chicken Deagle, if you will. I don't know why you would, but if you will, you know.
Chicken Deagle? Why would a chicken Deagle be bigger?
Well, I don't know. I call the scout. You know, I call that the chicken snipoo.
Mm-hmm.
Because it just kind of looks, if you look at it, it just kind of looks like a chicken. A little bit. I don't know, man.
I want some of what this guy's having.
Oh, man.
Never once looked at a scout and think, hey, that's a chicken. That's a chicken if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, like if you look at it, it's got like that gooseneck and then the little legs.
Well, that's a goose.
You know?
Gooseneck?
It's not a goose.
It looks like a chicken. It's got a gooseneck, baby.
Oh, man. We have fun here. Desada left in a 1-on-5.
Oh, my.
Yeah, not a great spot for him to be in. He's looking to save the op, and he is magnifying glass around this corner, around all the corners, to make sure that he's going to be able to save this. Good thing all of Exta's bought kits this round.
Important. Lumix, a big opportunity to plant at some point. Actually gonna hunt down the up. They're slowly pushing up to him. That's Sada's position called out, and now he has to fight two angles. That's never worked in favor of anybody. Look at 1945.
What?
Was that out of line?
That took me a second, I'm not gonna lie. Took me a second. I don't know if you're allowed to say that, man.
I apologize. Just quoting history.
We're gonna go ahead and
move on.
This is my changing the subject song. 5-2 as Lomix started to take charge here, 5 in a row. Now X is starting to pull it back. Doing a phenomenal job at that. ...
Very, very solidly as well. They're barely dropping any players the entire time. Lumix, they're in the dumpster now, and they quickly need to either turn into a raccoon where they thrive in the dumpster or get out of that dumpster.
Yeah. Yeah, either thrash it or trash it, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, this is going to be pivotal.
Smufsy
quickly up close, gets rid of Bob, and now they will flush onto Saya. Passer, he can't spray because he's blowing Smufsy. He takes everybody down. That's a third one and up edge there as well with Smufs. He just takes them all to the cleaners.
Smufsy with a 3-piece. And Emil and Edge there to back him up with 4 and 5. Extas showing that they do have the power. I don't know what happened. They hit that 5th loss round, that 5th round loss in a row. I can speak, I promise. And a switch flipped in their brain, and they said, "Hey, we're gonna remember how to play the game now." And now they forced Lomix all the way down to pistols. They had to save this round, so that's got to feel good for X's, ruining Lomix's economy.
Lomix, they're in the gutter now. A Passer. A bit further than that. In the grave. The orb. Well, that's going to be an important battle. Bob actually wins, and that orb is unretrievable. Emil makes sure that that's orb. Actually, no, Sada decides to risk his life for it and makes it worth it. What's a B?
The Sada, man.
I think B is going for a massive flank.
I don't know how people play the game like this. I've seen people play full rounds like this with the op. I can't do that.
It's about the sound cue, though, right? As soon as you scope out, you're going to have to scope in again at some point, and that could give away the sound cue. So I guess they very much prefer playing it like this, and we'll have to go through pain. But B, he could come up massive. He's obviously calling this out, and he might just be able to take a site. But he didn't go bank.
Oh. Sada might have the angle of a lifetime. Oh, but B does!
Oh, B gets him!
Pulver and Emil. Oh my god, it makes it a 2 versus 2. Suddenly, this could be Lomix's round, and B has got the angle of a lifetime. Picks up Exela now to 1-on-2.
Extras have been robbed. Edge, he's trailing them though. He's chasing that robbery closely. Wants to tackle it out from underneath, but he has so many angles he needs to check. I wouldn't be surprised if he catches a bullet in the back. Nate goes over the top up there, but he gets sniped down from behind. B with the massive flank.
With a combined 38 HP. Lomix was able to clutch that round. B into Sada. That angle from B. Him coming upstairs, completely blindsided Exas, and he was able to get 3 off of just that. He capitalized continuously. He got that first kill and just immediately got 2 more directly after, and it just opened up the round for Lomix to get on site, plant, and then they had the angles, and they played it to perfection. 6-3. Extas. It's both teams able to buy here, so this is still not an impossible game for either team, but Lomix was able to bring it back a little bit more.
That's a massive round for Lomix. Not only tallying on another to the score, but mentally, Extras are going to be distraught by that. They are quickly in need of a recovery. To catch some wind in their sails is exactly what would do them some good, you know, some fresh air.
Yeah, go touch some grass. I don't know. Yeah, a minute on the clock here. So far, again, we see this especially in this skill group in this level. Um, you see these stalemates come through a lot more. You see them quite often. These stalemates where people just sit still, they maybe slowly rotate, or they just straight up sit still, play for information, listen for sound cues, and you see that so much. But we've actually had a few instances where the attackers ran out of time because they spent too long trying to gather information, and now we might have a similar situation. Lumix is down to just over 20 seconds, and they still haven't planted bomb.
Any call that's going to be coming through, that's going to be the exact call where everybody's going to rotate to. Smuffs has to turn away, and this has to be the perfect take as they do flood onto side, but Emil's still there, and he M4 sprays. Nobody down. Pulver, the last man standing, 1v3 hero round for him. Everybody is slow. He does get onto side, gets down one, gets down two, but B from behind yet again.
I don't even know how that second spray came through, but good job, Pulver. Nice try, man. That was an insane round. Edge picking up 2 for himself, but immediately getting traded. And if you see, all the aggression is coming straight from long. I feel like Extus just didn't have enough manpower looking at that angle. Look at Pulver. That second kill was just godlike. I don't really understand it. But I believe we're going to have a quick tactical pause here for a moment. But Hyperius, so far, both these teams... Oh, we're not. Okay, we're good. We're back in it. But so far, both these teams have shown that they have the potential to take this game. What does Extus need to do here to seal the deal?
I feel like it's they need to keep an eye on their back every single time, or they've lost a big round. It's because they didn't have their backs covered, or they simply missed shots. Extras need to be careful. 3 to 7 when they're on CT side. It's still recoverable, but a bullet to the brain from HNS like that. They're pushing onto site. Quickly gets stopped by Excellent and Emil though. As they are getting rid of everybody. Sada, he's still fighting back. He's still breathing. As the MAC-10 pushing through a passer up close, but they're boosting over. Emil could come up clutch here. No, the timing.
No. My favorite gun in the game. Going to take out Emil. Edge quick with the response. Going to leave Desada in a post-plant defense system here in a 1 versus 2. A beautiful shot on Edge. He knows exactly where Smuffsy is. He's checking that angles, but he also eaten that fire, and Smuffsy going to take advantage of the confusion and rip them to shreds. And finally, X is going to be able to get their 4th on the board. 7-4 now.
7-4. A little comeback mounting for Extras, or at least the first step towards it has been taken. The money on the side of low mix, terrible. Atrocious. A passer has to go for a lovely little max, and the rest is able to buy up fully. And BQ rather, was still deciding whether he wanted an AWP to for somebody, but decided that it's just going to be some AKs and a MAC-10.
Yeah, not a whole bunch of dollar bills, y'all, on the side of Little Mix, but Smuffsy gonna make sure that they remain in debt. Take out Desada clean, but Pulver's gonna go ahead and get dropped all the way down to 8 HP here. Not a great spot. Bobek might have the angle of a lifetime. He does on Exela. Gonna even things out 4 versus 4. Smuffsy has a beautiful spot here, but he's not quick enough on the trigger. Bobek's gonna go ahead and sit him down 4 versus 3.
Bobek, he is tapping into some brains. Getting a lot of headshots onto his account. In this battle in short, he doesn't even have to take it. HNS just deals with it. BQ there for the follow-up as well. And Edge is going to go for this. He has an MP9, so I guess you might as well try and get some exit frags or at least something. Maybe you can steal away an AK.
Yeah, that would be the best case scenario, right? Getting a pick or two, at least one, that could help him out next round. Nope. But no, HNS is holding that angle like Zeus himself. You're going to send a good big old shockwave to Edge's dome and end it off 8-4. Exta's still trailing here, but that gap is, it's got the potential to continue to close. So Exta's is not out of this by any means.
Certainly no. They're not out. They're not in a comfortable position either. They're gonna have to have a good T side, and sometimes it just favors your T side set Exela. You're still on fire there, mate. Not too sure what was going on there. They are on a pistol round. But you don't want to die like that.
Oh,
Bobek.
Bobek, the timing.
Wait.
Oh my God! How did he win that? It's fine. Pulver goes down. Extas seems to be falling apart. It seems they're on a pistol round, right? So this isn't, this isn't. We don't expect them to do what Edge just did, and that's rip a Pastor Dig apart. Now it's going to come down to a 3-2. Okay, 2 versus 4.
Can't even say it.
As DJ rips apart Smurfs, but Bobek returns a favor to Emil. It's going to leave Edge 1-on-4 with 30 HP in Dream, and he's been doing pretty phenomenal on the fragging part for X's. He's 10-3 or 10-10 actually, sorry. But he's so far he's been able to hit his shots, but let's see if he's able to keep doing that in order to save this AK.
I don't think Lil Mix are going to go too aggressive. They still want to close out this round with enough money, or close out this half with a full buy each and every single time. And they do need to be a bit tight on their money. Edge will be facing somebody. This is the round going to count down. Oh, wow, Bobek. That's mean.
It's been an interesting game so far, to say the least. Lil Mix started things off with a good round, or with a good streak. Win streak, and Next is able to pull it back a smidge, but Lil Mix so far has had a good amount of control in this match. Granted, there's 5-round gap, not impossible at all. Definitely comebackable for Extas, but Lil Mix they seem to be very strong on this attacking side. They're doing phenomenal, getting those picks early on and just creating space for themselves to get on site. And Extas just hasn't been able to figure out how to put a full-on stop to that.
We're getting some info as well that apparently it's not Bobek, it's Bob XD. I just thought it was Bobx DE, as in Denmark.
Oh, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
Bob XD. That I see it now.
Just call him Bob. I love the name Bob. I don't know why, but it's so dry.
Bob.
Bob. What's your name?
This is my stepdad, Bob. It's just a stepdad name.
Steven is a stepdad name as well.
My sister's ex-boyfriend's name is Stephen. He was cool.
I
He had a pet bear.
Is an ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh man, moving on before that conversation gets any weirder. Deshetta burning Smufsy alive. Crispy. Smufsy turns into a 1 versus 1 now. Pulver versus B. Let's see how it fares. FAMAS versus AK. Damage being taken on Pulver's side. Not able to get a good amount of picks, but a good amount of damage does come through, but B ends up being victorious. Either way, 10th point on the board for Lil Mix.
Oh no, Extas yet again. They have a great round in front of them. They've got a great opportunity, but BQ clutches it. 1v2, and Lil Mix are on their 10th. I said earlier, I'd be fine if you get like 8.5 rounds. 8, 9, that's good enough. That's a fair half. Lil Mix are taking this by storm.
Yeah, Lil Mix is really doing a phenomenal job of just, typically on the attacking terrorist side, you don't really want to split up with your team, right? You want to kind of stay together, give each other information in case bomb goes down. You can recover it nice and quick, get those trades off. But in this case, Lil Mix is, right now they are jumbled together, but the last few rounds we've seen a lot of action towards long when they were aiming for a plant at B. So they're doing a phenomenal job of, they're not getting too aggressive, but they are pressuring situations and holding these beautiful angles, just like Exela is doing right now. But as long as Lil Mix keeps this up, I think they're going to go ahead and just take this whole round. Exela, with that beautiful angle, is able to take out Imposter Dig down to 38 HP, though. 4 versus 2 as Exela gets put down.
Lil Mix probably going to get another round here, Extas. They're obviously going to try. They're on their last legs. This is decent timing, but still doesn't matter. It's time for a bullet to your head. Edge taken out, and Lil Mix, they end the half 11-4.
Beautiful first half. Beautiful start in general for Lil Mix here. That is absolutely phenomenal. Ignore our logos for a moment, our HUD, while we get everything situated. But But all in all, phenomenal round from Little Mix, and not an awful half either from X's. Obviously, overall there was a pretty big difference in the round pointage, but X's did put up a good fight. Honestly, I think the fact they were on, I mean, they could have done better. Obviously, there's definitely some stuff they could have worked out, but all in all, they put up a fight, and that's all you can really ask for.
Ooh, oh, wow.
Beautiful
Wow.
shots. Gonna pick up 4 headshots down long. Emil makes 5. The ace comes through. What a maniac Apostrophe is for no reason. Now 12-4. Lil Mix trailing ahead.
That is 5 to the dome. A passer. What a way to start this pistol round, and obviously he wants to finish it off. Lil Mix are just excruciatingly painful to deal with, and that's the problem, right, that X's are facing. It doesn't matter who's alive on the side of Lil Mix. They always have the pop-of potential on their side, and they're pulling them through rounds that realistically should be falling in favor of X's.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. And X's needs to figure out a way to fill those gaps and fix whatever's been going wrong. They got to dissect. It's hard to do it mid-game, but you really have to sit there and say, guys, where are our weakest points? What can we work on? We need to fix this now. We need to get it done so we can get back in this thing. We're down by 8 rounds. This is not a good situation for us to be in.
I don't really see a way for X's to come back. They are struggling. They're lining up for a long push. Sada still spraying through the smoke, even though it's entirely blind. Almost landing a few bullets, but they're gonna flood on to side Lil Mix. I don't know whether they're prepared for this. Well, there they go.
This entrance making me nervous already, but the bomb is going to get planted here at A site. HNS in a good position to do some damage. He does just that onto Edge. That's the first blood. HNS goes down as well. Beautiful one tap from Exela onto B through the smoke. Looking for a second, perhaps. Not going to come through. Going to get one of his own as Bob XD makes sure he goes down 3 versus 3 on the retake for Lil Mix. This is possible for him to get this defuse off to Sada. Going to make sure they do that. Emil's down to himself. And a dream, no, he's going to get put down as well. Lil Mix picks up the 13th point.
Sometimes it be as simple as that. Extras. I like the idea, though. I like the idea that they had, and it was a very good execute onto the site, but they only had pistols, and I think as far as their expectations for the round, it might even exceed said expectations.
Yeah, agreed. X is really, you said a little bit ago, there's not much they can really do here. It's going to be so hard for them to come back from this, and especially this. They're on pistol round essentially. They're just getting mowed down at this point. Lil Mix is just farming eco. I'm pretty sure 3 of the 5 players on Lil Mix could afford an op if they wanted to. I think B might be just short, but you know what I mean. They're pretty okay on money. Meanwhile, X is, the richest over there is Exela with an AK and 250 in the back pocket. Not doing too phenomenally, so it definitely doesn't help their position. But X just needs to get at least a few picks on this upcoming round to help themselves out for the next one.
Even if we slash clear inventory, Lil Mix, they'd still be in a good position. If we get rid of everything they have, util, guns, and money, sure, they're going to lose 2-3 rounds, 100%. Or, well, not even, because it's Lil Mix. They might do some magic with those USPs. Extras, that's how bad of a position they're in. Zada, who's apparently called Hype, gets it through the smoke, through the wall, and through the head. HNS. Hold up. Wait. Oh no, Smurfs. Wait!
Oh no!
That's so
The
bad.
MP9 not doing at all what it needed to. Oh man.
The MP9.
HNS. MP9. Desado left with 1 HP. Oh,
BQ?
B smiley face.
Is he? Wait, what are you doing?
I think he's waiting too long. I think he outplayed his trigger discipline. I mean, he's got to do it. He's got to.
He doesn't. Huh? When he wants to sneak up.
Did he just watch the side? Is that?
Okay, I mean, okay, this could be a big brain play here. No, it's not.
Come on.
Oh,
Okay,
no, it is.
he takes
Okay,
him out.
but- oh,
Okay.
Yep, that's...
Jeez,
little-
dude.
Yeah.
He played that so weird. Oh my god.
Because he
I
didn't
thought
even
I was
start
like-
sneaking up. That's the main thing.
Yeah. He just kind of watched him, and then he went out of range, and then he came back in, luckily, and then... Man, that was just... I mean, it worked for him, you know? Can't really say much about it, but HNS, this is just heartbreaking.
They're doing
That
him
close,
dirty.
every bullet just, I don't know, like some of them, a good amount, Smussy went down to 39 HP, but just the rest of HNS's bullets went into Narnia, I guess. I don't know what happened there. That was really unfortunate, but Low Mix nonetheless was able to capture that round. And ladies and gentlemen, we're here at match point on Overpass. I almost said Vertigo. Thank God we're not there anymore. The chicken's on this one. 15-4. Low Mix absolutely decimating Exodus here.
11 rounds in a row is what Exodus would need, and this,
Yeah.
technically wise, doesn't seem like a matchup Exodus are massively in favor in. Purely, if you purely look at aim, but Lil Mix, they're a step ahead each and every single time, and potentially here again, they've got one in toilet sitting at the smoke, ready to push on in when the time is ripe.
Ripe like a fruit. HNS finally going to go ahead and redeem himself from that bathroom's position, able to take out Smuffsy, but he's not in a good situation. There's two T's next to him, but Desai going to help him out, takes out Edge. Emil is about to run into HNS. He backs off of it, and he's going to get taken out. It's going to be 3 versus 3 now. 50 on the clock. Low Mix, or excuse me, Exodus has yet to plant bomb. I think they still have control of it.
Oh, a passer. He gets spotted by Pulver. Pulver, either way, just no, I don't think he got spotted. Pulver's not playing out. He did not spot a passer, and a passer still going to push through.
Oh,
I've caught the feet of Pulver. There's all of a sudden another player there, Exila.
oh!
Oh, no,
Potential
Exila!
kill. How did he not
He
see
didn't
him?
see it! No! That's
What?
the round! What?
No,
A passer!
No, the trade comes through. That's not the round. The trade comes through, and he turns around and rips apart the Sada as well after the other trade comes through.
Oh,
One versus one.
they
Exela
still
goes
win.
down 16-4 on Overpass. I don't even know what just happened. Okay, that was trade after trade. An imposter. What happened here, Exela? I need to speak with Exela and just make sure that we can give them a good pair of contact lenses or eye drops or something. It's okay though. It's okay. The Low Mix, my goodness. Now you see, they're my underdogs. They started off a little iffy. They came back and they absolutely decimated 16-4 on Overpass. Low Fam is going crazy right now. So
Yeah.
there we have it.
Hey, I'm certain that you are happy as well with that result, the part of the Lil Fan, but that was decimation in its purest form. There was no chance the entire way through.
Yeah, Exodus was they had a little bit of a comeback there in the first little bit. Low Mix had 5 rounds in a row. Exodus came back, I think 3 or 4 in a row, and then that was essentially all they had left in the tank, and they just couldn't figure out how to put a stop to Low Mix on the T side. And even before that, Low Mix on CT was just also decimating over and over again. And they were just so strong on this map. I don't know if it comes down to a straight up team diff or perhaps the map was a little wonky in whose pick it was, but all in all, it was a pretty fantastic showing from Low Mix nonetheless.
Yeah, there were so many rounds. Usually it's a back and forth. One team gets a round they shouldn't really be winning, then the other team gets one. It's kind of balanced out. But as soon as Lil Mix started putting all those rounds in their favor, started getting all the resources, there was no chance. There was no coming back. It was out of hand. And well, what we talked about earlier, that usually one team got a bad start and fought back the entire time. You also get results like this.
Yeah, it was just an absolute amazing showing from Low Mix. There's nothing really left to say. Exodus, I'm sorry, guys, just didn't show up where they needed to today. There was a lot of work to be had, but the good news is they are able to come back next week or maybe even next week and try their hand again. So hopefully this gives them a moment of clarity. They need to break this down and say, okay, what did we do wrong here? Let's fix it. Come back stronger next time. But guys, we are going to go ahead and head into a quick little short tiny smidgen of a break, and we'll be right back with our third and final map of the day. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
what you're thinking. Or maybe you will give me all the blame, but I'm moving on. I just have to make sure that you know.
A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes City dancing through the night, but I'm not there. You've got me soaring in the clouds. And as the ocean is surrounding me, baby, I'm sure we lost track of time. I don't really care about love. I don't really care about happy ever afters. Something about you gives me hope. Something about you, yeah. When the sun goes down and the night sky's falling, do you believe in one-time lovers? 'Cause deep inside of my wildest dreams, you'll be by my side. When the sun goes down. Love, you move too fast for me. Can't catch up with the thoughts in your mind. They're everywhere, and it's hard for me to bear. 'Cause
since I laid my eyes on you, my baby. I just wanna make your dreams come true, my lady. If you low, I'll lift you up. Just let me know when shit gets tough. Do you feel the way I do, my baby? Do you see me like I see you, my lady? I love you, but I don't need you. I only want true love, true love, true love is what I want, my baby. Like I see you, you see me. That's the only way to be right. Love, I move slow for you, 'cause you are finishing my sentences when I don't know what I'm about to say. But that's what I like.
There's no shortcut, no cheat code. All you got is you and the grind. And the whole army of randoms trying to stop you. Trying to be better than you. Trying to piss in your prize pool. And they can try all day, you go all night. Make every click count. Delete them all. Cause when you dedicate your life to this, it's more than winning. It's everything. Prime for glory.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Prime League. And the reason I'm not saying the Swedish Prime League is because we're going across the border, across the mountains, across the fjords, and we're getting into the Danish one here real quick. And Mickey, that last match, that was a absolute obliteration.
It was a tough one. It was a tough one for sure on the side of Extas. Lil Mix just blew right through him like it was nothing. Like imagine a Negev on B Banana on Inferno. That's basically what Lil Mix done did to Extas on Overpass just now. 16-4. Absolutely phenomenal shutout from them. I can't even. But anyways, moving on. We're gonna be on personally one of my favorite maps. Definitely top 2 for me. Nuke. I absolutely love Nuke. It's a bit two-sided, but overall, it's a phenomenal map. Hyperia, what are our teams?
It's gotten better,
man.
It's gotten better. It's not as one-sided as it once was anymore. But
Yeah.
it is Dream Alliance going up against Obliviate, and Dream Alliance currently yet to take a win, and Obliviate yet to take a loss. And looking at this from, just at face value, we might be looking at a similar scenario to the previous one. I wouldn't like.
Maybe. Numbers have been known to lie before.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers can lie. But anything could happen. That's the thing. We're live. We're doing it as we're doing it. There's no pre-recordings here, so literally anything could happen. And I think as long as both teams have good comms and they play patiently and they play information rather than just run out and run and gun, I think both these teams have a pretty good chance of coming out here.
It's one of those things, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where the record isn't too spec clean on the side of Dream Alliance, but there's a general knowledge among these teams. You have a slight indication, but you could be having a messy map pick every single time, and perhaps Nuke is just heavily in their favor. We're talking as if they're going to lose already. They might just pop off on the day as well. Absolutely, they are not chances. They are still very well in this because the game hasn't even started yet.
Exactly. Literally anything is possible in this scenario. And like you were saying, even though Dream GG, they're kind of an underdog going into this, Lil Mix kind of was too, right? No, they were. No, Exodus was the underdog 2-2. But
Favor.
Yeah, but who doesn't like an underdog? This could be Dream's chance to come up and smack their first win in the butt, and it could be upwards from here. I really think that it's possible for either of these teams to take this map just because of the way Nuke is set up. I think we're gonna have an interesting game to say the least.
Yeah, if you find that positioning that works, if you manage to get that strategy down, because there is a lot of smoking where you can go through outside through secret. Obviously you can try and counter that as well, but there's a plethora of opportunities where you